So we're gonna go ahead and take today's on like I typically would do. I'm gonna bring up my slides here and we'll just take it from there. What we've been learning in chapter 7, last 2 Sundays, we've talked about emotions severally here, and we looked at two most important or heaviest emotions that seem to uh, affect our relationships. And we said those are empathy and affections, right? So we've looked at empathy 2 weeks ago. Last week we looked at affection. I hope that was good. I hope you learned something. I'm right now doing some write-up. I've done a set of write-up on empathy. I'm presently doing the same on affection, just putting in written form the same thing we've said, So I have three parts on my blog for empathy. You can get to see that. I have 6 takes on that on Facebook. Pretty much do 2 takes on Facebook and combine them into 1 take on my blog. I've done 2 takes on Facebook, 1 take on my blog for affection, and we'll have several ones to go to close out affection. But enough of my pitch talk. I'm going to bring up my slide here and we're going to go ahead and take today's session. So we're going to be closing out, on chapter 7 of our book today. And chapter 7 pretty much just talks about relating with our spouse, our important other, our person, our partner, but that same relationship can translate to different other types of relations, one-on-one relationships that we have. That's what we've been doing here in chapter 7, and we're going to close it out today. And the quote we've been using throughout this for this chapter is being one by Magdalene L'Engle, which talks about vulnerability. You cannot relate except you're vulnerable. The extent to which you're vulnerable in your relationship determines the extent to which you want to go in that relationship. Vulnerability is the door to you. The extent to which you open the door to you determines how far you can go in any kind of relationship. If you're married to somebody and you decide not to be vulnerable to that person, you will not have depth in that relationship. The depth that you can have in any relationship is to the extent to which you decide to open up yourself. You can be married to someone for 25 years and not have any depth in the relationship if you are not vulnerable, right? So relationship, depth of relationship, connectedness, has nothing to do with longevity. It's to the extent to which you open up yourself. You allow your true self to come out, because whoever you show yourself to be or to be is the person that will be related with. If you put up a mask, it's that person your spouse will relate with. Your spouse might never know the true you, right? So it might be relating with the mask you put on, right? If you really want someone to see you, then you have to be in a place where you can be seen. You have to open the door to you so that the person can see you. If your door is closed, nobody would see you and you'll be lonely, right? You'll be lonely because nobody can connect with you because you have not opened the door of your heart, the door of your life, the door to your person. You are not allowing your person to come out to play. So nobody can play with someone that's not coming out to be played with, So yeah, so we're going to go on to the closing part here of this chapter. And the book says a great love, because of its importance to us, can become plagued by a great fear of loss, and this is why some people don't open up themselves, because they're scared of being disappointed. They are scared of being let down. So they don't even start, and that's in scripture, that is similar to that woman, the woman that entertained Elisha, when Elisha wanted to bless her, he said, he said, he said he didn't tell Elisha what she wanted. But when Elisha found out that he didn't have a son, and Elisha was saying, "Oh, in this same time next year you'll have a child," he said, "Man of God, don't deceive me. Don't deceive me." She knew she didn't have a child, but she wasn't open, to say that was her need, because she was scared that she'll be disappointed. She was scared that she'll be prophesied to and it will not come to pass. And that might just be because several people have told her that and it never came to pass. She's raised her hope up severally, and our hope has been let down. Same thing in relationship. People have been disappointed severally, and they're now bringing their experience, their past experience, to this new relationship or marriage, and that can become a stumbling block, if you don't give your spouse the chance, to be him or herself. If you come into a relationship with idols in your heart, you will not have the best of this new relationship. This new relationship, you come with a stereotype of who a man should be, or who a woman should be. It can stand as an hindrance, to your relationship, right? I'm not saying you should be stupid, obviously. In everything we do, we do caution, as human beings, but we need to give our spouse, our partner, our special order, important order, the chance to prove themselves. We should not come, assuming they're who they are not. We should not be stereotypical. Otherwise, we'll not get the best in that relationship. I could let me not make this personal. So let me talk. There was someone who proposed to someone he's been chasing, for a long time, 11 years, and he's done everything to show he loves this person. And the final thing that broke the camel's back was the lady saying no. And and the excuse the lady had was just some other relationship, some other relation of hers, that went into a marriage where the spouse was being abusive. Because that person was abusive, she has used that as a mental block to keep her own self going into marriage, right? Unfortunately, that's probably that that has held the person back all her life, because she's seen a bad example. She has personalized that example such that she cannot move forward in her own life. Because someone failed doesn't mean you have to fail. There are very many good examples around. Choose your example. Choose your example. There are good examples, there are bad examples. Why choose one that will limit you? Why choose one that would not allow you to progress in life? Right? And this happens in several ways. Someone wants to go into business. The only example you are looking at is the people that failed. How about the people that did not fail? Why focus your mind, yourself, on the people that failed? Why not focus your mind on the people that did not fail? There's nothing wrong. Hey, GK, thanks for coming along. God bless you. There's nothing bad learning from how those people that failed, right? We're not talking about a make-believe world. We'll learn from everything. We'll learn from positives. We'll learn from negative. If you look at someone that failed, oh, why did they fail? Learn the example, but don't be stuck in their failure. Those that succeeded, why did they succeed? Learn the example. Don't be hypnotized by their success, because you also have to do the right thing. Because they succeeded doesn't guarantee that you will succeed. Because they failed doesn't guarantee that you will fail. It's about you learning the lesson and applying it outright, right? Because you will face your own demons. Your demons might not be the same as they faced, because you are different. You're different. Some things are different concerning you, right? But the principles work in every environment. It's now learning how to apply the lessons learned, the principles, the laws. The laws will transcend irrespective of who you are, where you are. The laws will work. right? So if you can get the laws that those that failed, the laws that they missed, the principles they missed, those that made it, the laws that's working for them, the principles that are working for them, that is what you need to apply to guarantee success in your life. If you use the laws rightly, you will be guaranteed success in whatsoever area of life you are looking at, whether it be ministry, whether it be business, whether it be marriage, whatsoever it is, whether it be raising children, right? The whole of life has been well studied. There are ways to make it in this life. There are ways to make it in this life, irrespective of what area of life you're talking about. There are laws, there are principles, and there are people that have used them successfully. Right? See, that's why we read books. We read books to see how other people did it. If you can see how they did it and learn the principles they use, learn the laws they use, they will work for you. They'll work for you. They are guaranteed to work for you because laws and principles don't respect environment. They don't respect age. They don't respect your specific situation, right? We call them natural laws, right? If you apply them rightly, it will work for you, right? So let's go back to, so don't let a prophecy, a story, an event that does not empower you, have power over your life. When you see someone fail, ask the right questions. The right questions will give you the right answers, right? Quality questions will give you quality answers. Why did the person fail? What are the things the person did? What are the things the person did not do? If I was in this same situation, what can I do differently to guarantee success? Ask the right questions. If you see someone succeed, why did he succeed? What are the things that he did that made him succeed? What were the disciplines? What were the habits? What was the sacrifice? What was the discipline that got him where he got to? Right? That's how to succeed. Right? We'll learn from other people's examples. And that's the way God has created the universe, right? Because don't forget, all of us come here empty. Nobody comes here with wisdom, the plan, the way how to live life successfully. God did not order things that way. Yes, God gives you your destiny, your purpose, the race you're going to run. He gives you talents, he gives you giftings, but he doesn't give you how to do it. He doesn't give you how to apply it. So when we come into this life, the first set of people will meet our parents or authority figures in our life, the guidance mentors in our life who are supposed to teach us how to begin to walk, how to begin to crawl, how to begin to run, how to begin to fly. We'll learn this from other people, right? We cannot learn it on our own. God has not done it such that you learn it by inspiration. No, you learn it from people, physical people, not spirits. Angels don't teach you, right? So you will learn this. This is the way God has ordained it. And that's why he gave us one commandment with a promise. He said, honor your father and mother so that you will live long, right? It's not just living long, it's living well. It's not just living long, it's living well. Because there are people who have run the race you want to run. If you learn from them, you will not have to repeat the mistakes they have made. You can learn the way they did it, then you can do it better. It's foolishness to always say, I want to learn it on my own, learn it on my own. You will not live long enough to learn all the things that you need to do in life. We can learn from other people. We can learn from other people's mistakes. We can learn from other people's success, right? We can, Isaac Newton would say, I have seen further, I have gone further because of the shoulders of the giants that I have sat on, right? He did not come and say, native is the, oh, I found it myself. No, he went and learned what others have learned, where they stopped. And he then continued from where they stopped. He made better what already existed. He wasn't looking for something brand new. There's nothing new under the sun. He learned, he took what they've done and did it better, right? So Yes, great love. You love, you open your heart. It could be limited by the fear of what would happen if this person disappoints me. But love is worth the risk because love is the only way. Love feeds us. Love is worth the risk. But as you do it, obviously, you're not going to be stupid. You're not going to test the waters with your two legs. You're going to put one leg in first of all and make sure you find the floor before you bring your second leg in, right? So the book says, after the initial excitement and euphoria of new relationship begins to wane, you might start to notice things about your partner that worry you. You know, Nobody is perfect. Everyone you love also has things that will irritate you, right? No matter who you love, you go to a church you love, there'll be things in that church that you don't like. Your best brother, best friend, best whoever, there are things in their life that you don't like, right? So it's so you have to find the balance, and you don't get if all you're looking for is someone that is perfect, you'll never have a friend, you'll never marry anybody in life. It's a whole balance. I love my wife, but there are things about my wife that but I have to ask myself, I'm gonna have to bear with those ones because she is who she is, and focus on the good side, for as long as they are not life-threatening, right? Because we're all on a journey of being better. Nobody's perfect, right? You're not gonna find a friend that's perfect. You're just gonna have to find the best way, to relate, to relate with everybody, focusing on the good side and having the right plan, or the right maturity to overlook the seeming shortcomings, right? So when you get into a new relationship, same thing that draws you, when you get closer, you begin to find out that this person isn't perfect. This person also has some some question marks. I remember one of our pastors who is late now, used to talk about that when she sees beautiful women, that what she does is that she focuses and looks at the things that are not too beautiful about them in a way to control the sexual energy that arouses, when she sees beautiful women. Maybe that's one way of doing it. I don't think that's right, uh, yeah, but that was his own way of doing it. I don't do that. You know, I don't do that. But I learned to curtail myself. I learned to appreciate the beauty for what it is, without losing my senses, But everyone has question mark, right? No matter how beautiful someone is, there's always something, that is not that perfect, because we're just human, right? So life and maturity is the ability to appreciate the beauty, without falling prey to the question marks, in other people's life, especially your spouse, being able to bear with the shortcomings and getting the fullness of the beauty, in that person, because you two are not perfect, right? So easy to focus on other people's weakness, right? But don't you forget that you two are not perfect, right? I'm not going to go specific, but there's something my wife is always irritated about me, and one time she did it and I did not tell her. I told her later when you know, that thing you're looking down on someone else, you too fall prey to it. And if that person should hammer on it all the way you are hammering on it, you are not going to feel good, right? Love, relationship is built by focusing on the good, not the bad. The more I focus on the bad, the further apart we become. When I focus on the good, the closer we become, right? We need to learn to bear with one another. That's the way to build a relationship. Bear with one another. You right? That's the way to build a relationship. We'll focus on the good and allow grace, mercy on the shortfallings, right? So I'm going to go on here.